I would look away from people because I was ashamed of who I was still. Not because I became skinny and a bit muscular, but because I still saw myself as a total kid loser. Hey guys, it's Davey here, and it's currently day 180. I hope you guys had an amazing day so far, and I do hope you guys are doing better than yesterday. But today, I want to talk about why you never will be happy until you learn this. Now, this all started around high school, where I became more self aware of my emotions and about the people around me. And just for the record, guys, in high school, I wasn't the popular kid. I wasn't the cool kid. I wasn't the kid with a special skill or talent that could be admired or has a lot of friends, right? I was not even the average NPC. I was the kid who tried to keep quiet, but somehow always ends up as the bully's number one target, right? I somehow always come out to be the top joke for the class clown. Although I try to avoid any confrontation and any bad things in school, I somehow always get dragged into it. Like I was attracting all the bad attention when I wanted none of it. So you could imagine that high school and just school in general wasn't my best period, or wasn't my, I guess, happiest days in my life. And you could definitely tell that I had wanted to just get out of that place, right? And my sanctuary, where the place I feel safe, the place I can feel peace, is at home, right? Is at home, sitting in front of a laptop, a TV, or a phone, watching YouTube videos, watching Let's Play videos, watching Try Not to Laugh videos, anything that could light up my day or what I find entertaining and relaxing. And although coming back home, I was still very busy with a lot of schoolwork, with a lot of extra work that my family want me to do because I'm Asian. For all the Asians out there, you can relate. But clearly, I had no time to think about my own happiness. I had no time to think about whether I'm sad or happy. Like, sure, sometimes I'll be kind of like zoned out, a bit like sad looking, but never really, it never came to my mind that maybe I am sad. I didn't have time to think because the time I would spend thinking, I would be distracting myself watching YouTube to feel happy because I didn't want to, I guess, be thinking that I'm sad or to think that I am sad because who likes to think that, right? And we can definitely hurt ourselves more if we start to think how our life really sucks. So I just prefer to distract myself. And, but also that during high school, during, just 12 years old, there's no such thing for me as self improvement, right? There is self improvement out there, but I didn't go out actively to look for help. So my guidance was just from my family, right? The people I trust, people I thought that knew everything. And clearly, as of the age now, my parents don't know everything. Your parents don't know everything, but they will try their best to share their experience with you, to share their point of view of the world that will help you the best way that they know. But the truth is, their point of view may not be the best way you want to live your life. And I didn't know that at my age. And I thought my parents were the best people to go for advice. They always told me that to find happiness is to marry a girl or find someone you love or get a good job so you can earn money to provide for your family. And I was thinking, okay, that all makes sense and that does make sense. But how could that relate to me at my age? That doesn't really make any sense. And they'll say like, oh, you can make some friends and you can do this and that. You could excel at school. Like, I mean, I took their advice to heart and I did make some friends. I did try my best at school. And yes, they gave me some approval. They gave me some happy times with friends. And of course, having friends is a major part of people's happiness. Having a social circle is part of major people's happiness. But what it taught me of being a lonely kid and still lonely now in a way is that us lonely people have a unique advantage in life, and that is we have so much time to ourselves that we manage to overcome a lot of our own problems that a lot of people who are social don't yet have to face in life. You see, being lonely, we had to find internal happiness. I had to find internal happiness. A lot of people out there deplete their happiness from external factors, meaning their friendship, meaning their family, meaning their your social circle, meaning your status, meaning what you had achieved, etc. Right? meaning your work. A lot of people see their happiness or try to gain happiness from that. But us introverts, us lonely people, had to deal with happiness because we never had that perhaps friendship. We never had that social circle. We never had that approval. So we never had that happiness feed into us. We have to try find that happiness. And of course, a lot of us do end up resulting to YouTube or alcohol or drugs to find that happiness, to recreate that external happiness. But what I had learned over these years and what is so important for everyone to know is that nothing can bring you peace but yourself. It's not about changing the world. It's not about changing the people. It's to change how you choose to see the world through a lens. For a long time, I had made the mistake of trying to change the world, and I thought that that will give me happiness. I thought if situations just changed, I'll be more happy. I thought that maybe if I had just been born in an affluent family, my situation, my happiness would change. I thought that maybe if I didn't get bullied, I'll be happy. I thought that if I had some friends, I thought that if I wasn't fat, then I would be more happy. But that wasn't the truth. Although I might have thought that was the truth, but that isn't the truth, right? That's the story I was telling myself. I was telling myself that I wasn't happy because I was in a average family. I told myself that I wasn't happy because I got bullied for being Asian. I got told I wasn't happy because I was overweight. That was what I was telling myself. I was beating myself down. And that never led to happiness. And although I wanted to be happy, which meant I tried to do the things that would make you happy. I tried to go to the gym. I tried to make friends. I tried to overcome mediocrity. I tried to be someone I'm not. But that never made me happy. And why is that? That is also the second mistake I made, is not actually believing in myself. It's not actually changing the story I was telling myself, but changing my action instead. I wasn't thinking differently. I wasn't thinking that, okay, I am not happy because I'm fat. I was still thinking about that. I was still thinking while working at the gym that I'm not happy because I'm fat. I'm bullied because I'm fat. But yeah, I'm working out, which makes no sense to me because I was working out, but I wasn't happy yet. I thought working out would solve my happiness, but yet it didn't, right? It didn't solve my happiness. I thought making friends would solve me happiness, but it didn't. I just made the wrong friends, which made me feel like involved, which made me feel a part of something, but I wasn't truly happy because that wasn't me. I didn't believe myself to be that person. And that came back to the story I was telling myself. You see, of course, if we change our actions, or you guys may think if we change our actions, then we will be happy. But if we don't change the story we tell ourselves, then the action we follow will not be the ones we truly need to be doing. The result to my actions didn't align with my belief of happiness or what happiness really means to me because I didn't know what happiness means. I thought that making friends, any friends, would lead to happiness, but that led to me making wrong friends because I was needy. You see, if we don't actually fix our internal problem, if we don't actually fix the way we see the world through the lens we pick, then our actions or the actions we result to will be a crooked lens. In other words, the actions we make will be out of desperation and will be not aligned with our true values and principles. So I was making all this wrong choice for a long time, but for a sudden moment, I know that I was making a right choice in the right direction. I was making the right choice to start to take responsibility of my own happiness. I wasn't trying to blame anyone else for my unhappiness. I wasn't trying to blame my parents or where I had brought up from or my situation or my body image. I wasn't trying to blame everyone else for my own unhappiness because blaming external factors won't make you happy. It will just make you unresponsible about your life. And when those things do change, let's say if I did become rich suddenly, I won a lottery, let's say if I did lose all the weight, I still won't be happy. And there was a point in my life where I was going to the gym so many hours a day where I actually slimmed down, but I wasn't happy. And because I didn't fix my internal problem, I was still viewing myself as an unconfident person. I was still viewing myself as the fat kid, right? I was still insecure. And Of course, my result was there. It did make me a little bit confident, I guess, but I wasn't truly happy. There will be days where I will be totally sad, and there will be days where I feel okay, but majority of the time, I would look away from people because I was ashamed of who I was still. Not because I became skinny and a bit muscular, but because I still saw myself as a total kid loser. So, happiness isn't something we can just get off. So, happiness isn't something given to us, guys. Happiness isn't something we earn. Happiness is always within you, but you just choose if you want to be happy or not. And it may sound totally stupid simple. Like if I just choose to be happy, I'll be happy. Well, not exactly. You still may have gotten the idea wrong. If we choose to be happy or if you choose to think happy, that may not change our feeling right away. What it will do is when we choose to see the situation differently and feeling a different way, is that we will act differently. And that action, based on our new feeling, will be the right way to make us feel happy. But never make the wrong choice by doing something that you thought would make you happy without first thinking differently, without first thinking that you are happy, without first thinking that you aren't the victim of your own unhappiness. But this is all I gotta share with you guys today. I hope you guys had learned something from this. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. But until then, good night.